Well, the roller coaster ride continues. Guys, we are talking about HCMC. We've been covering this one for quite some time now. We've done lots and lots of updates, and you guys know that I am a shareholder in this company. A very, very small position, but nevertheless, I do hold shares in HCMC. So I definitely want to keep updated, and I promise you guys that I will give you guys updates when we get them. And guess what? Just now, we literally received an update. I'm making this one quite late at night because it's some big news. There's been a lot of speculation over the last 24 hours about the outstanding shares with HCMC. Is it 105 billion? Is it 283 billion? All sorts of numbers getting batted around because different websites are showing up different numbers. Well, we've heard it here from the horse's mouth and we're going to jump into it. If you appreciate these updates or any videos on my channel, please go ahead and smash the like and subscribe as well. It really does help me out and helps get this out to other investors as well. So we're going to get into this one. Healthy Choices Management. I'm not going to cover this company because we've done so many videos. You must know about it by now. But we just got an update from them. Healthy Choices Management provides update on recent conversions of its Series C preferred stock. Definitely worth knowing that part. Series C preferred stock, not common stock. As per the company's previous filings on August 16, 2018, the company entered into warrant exchange agreements with certain holders of its Series A warrants to exchange 46 million Series A warrants for 20,722 shares of its Series B convertible preferred stock, aka the B series. The Series A warrants acquired by the company in that exchange represented 92% of the outstanding Series A warrants. And that would have been convertible into 483,483,180,000 shares. A hell of a lot, to say the least. And of common stock, okay, if exercised at the date of that warrant exchange agreement. This exchange reduced the amount of common stock to be converted from its Series A warrants from 460 billion to 207 billion, which is an approximate 45% savings in dilution for the company and its common stock shareholders. So I know this is a lot of jargon here. I will go in and break this down for you guys, but I do want to give you the exact information before we break this down. As further disclosed in its previous filings in September 2020, the company agreed to issue 20,150 shares of the Series C stock to exchange agreements with holders of its Series B stock. So they have these different types of series, and that's where it's all getting exchanged around. So it's not as straightforward as we have this amount of outstanding shares, okay? So that's why people are getting confused on this one, and that's why they've released this to, settle this, I guess. None of which has previously converted to common stock. Now, since that issue, those shares have been converted into common stock, leaving only 916 shares of Series C stock left for conversion, and approximately 95% of Series C have now been converted and cancelled. So that is definitely worth noting here. But in addition, September 2020, 625 million stock options of the company have been exercised into common stock. Finally, 2,250 million shares of restricted stock have been issued to contractual agreements with the company's officers and directors. Okay, so they are within the company under contract agreements. So the big number here we're looking for, the current outstanding share count of the company's common stock as of March is 334,508,856 shares. Now, if I was to leave this video at that, you'd be like, what the hell? That is a damn lot, okay? We went from 105 billion to pretty much 3 times that, now at 300 billion. Just if you're not aware here, common stock shares, if it, on a general outlook here, means that the share price is, you're going to get a lot less value basically for your money because there's a lot more outstanding shares out there, which is partly why HCMC is so cheap. If HCMC had 1 share, then it would currently be worth $189 million, okay? Because that's its current market cap with this amount of outstanding shares. But it is not worth that. It is at this moment in time worth 0.0013, which is actually getting closer and closer to the price I bought at. I bought at 0.0010. This has been dropping like God knows what. But anyway, let's get into the breaking this down a little bit, okay? This is a great article, or a great post, I should say, on Reddit to summarize this. So in simple, because on the outlook here, 300 billion shares looks like, this is not good, been diluting even more, and it's not good for shareholders. But on the basis of it, it's actually not that bad, okay? If we look at this in simple terms, if you had $10, its value after this press release is actually now $14.5. That is without having a bull or bear effect. So of course, if the market goes down or up, it will change that. However, that is not how the numbers work. This will still need to tick up so you can get the $14.5 of the $10. But in hindsight, that is its value, okay? So it's actually increasing by 45% what it would have been. Now, this doesn't mean, don't read this as if tomorrow morning you're going to look in your account and you're going to have an extra, £4.50 if you only had $10, or an extra £450 if you had 1,000, etc. It doesn't work like that, okay? But it's just giving you the hindsight here of what this would actually be worth. For those who are questioning why there are more shares, there's actually less shares. You have to understand that one share of Series A or Series B may be equivalent to millions of common shares. And the common shares are that you and me are trading with. So that's what we buy. When we're buying onto, Trading 212, Robinhood, etc., we are buying common stock. And many of those shares, the Series A, B, and C ones, were either transferred into common stock or even better, cancelled, leaving the original value of your investment higher. So as the market still has to do its thing, even if it says 300 billion and it used to say 100 billion, which is the example here, that 100 billion, in addition to the previous Series A, B, C, could have been equated to 550 billion public shares, but now it is less public shares. So that's basically a summary here. I think that's a very good breakdown in the most simplest kind of terms, okay? There's lots of different series of shares here, so this doesn't necessarily mean that you're actually getting less value for your money. I want to show you this quick tweet here. Common stock has been converted from 460 billion to 207 billion, which is of course less shares than before. Outstanding shares are now 300 billion. And that is the amount of shares held by people and institutions. Actually less common stock than there was before. And I want to give you this little post here, which was actually from somebody reached out to Jeffrey Holman, who, as we know, is the CEO. And this was his reply. Now, he said, we actually released 2 press releases today. The first this morning was regarding a fake Twitter account. Just to touch on that, if you was aware, there was fake tweets going around which caused all this speculation in the first place. And the second one, which is this one we just read, along with an 8K filing explaining how most of the preferred shares have been converted into common, have finally been converted and cancelled. That is the key word there. Those shares have actually been converted already and cancelled. So the releases of the 8K can be found on their website for everyone and restores confidence in how the management has handled our prior obligations. And you can see saving a significant amount of dilution to our shareholders. So this is actually good things, but the problem is people won't really see it like that. They'll just see the number going up. Therefore, this will probably provoke more of a sell-off again, I can imagine. Unfortunately, that is the way that HCMC is going at this moment in time. Last thing I want to pick up here is Julian Saunders. We mentioned this guy before. He's a bull for HCMC, but he does give you lots of great information, that's for sure. However, like I say, this is one person's opinion. Please take all of this with a pinch of salt and do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor and neither are these guys as well. Exactly what we have covered before, okay? A buyback today of 250 billion shares would have been 1/5 of their anticipated settlement of 1.5 billion. We've done the maths before, we worked out to be about 1.6 billion, and there's a figure between the 1 and the 3 billion if they get the settlement or some sort of payout from Philip Morris. Once again, seems to be a long way off at this moment in time. But if they did get that, they could buy back 250 billion of those shares, and that is still only 1/5 of the payout, okay, leaving this incredibly high value for any investor. Once again, it all lies on the settlement or some sort of deal with Philip Morris, which at the moment, like I say, we are still waiting for the judge to give his verdict on that motion to dismiss. But yeah, once we hear about that, we'll know more about this case going forward. It's definitely looking a bit more of a longer hold now, for sure, because these trial, we don't know when this is going to end. This could be months, and this could even be years. So at the moment, for me, it's a case of hold your shares. Like I said, I only have a small position myself. However, I'm holding my shares there. They are dropping significantly. I am still up, actually. However, I'm getting closer and closer to breaking even. Hopefully, I don't get back into loss. I know there are a lot of investors out there who are in loss. Actually, perfect time. I want to shout out a guy called Freddie on our Discord. Freddie is become a bit of a legend around the HCMC chat. If you're watching this one, shout out to you. He bought in at an extremely high price, and unfortunately, he did sell out of a big percentage of his shares. So, guys, if you are investing, do your own research before buying into this one, because it is super, super speculative. Don't be expecting to make some crazy gains tomorrow, etc. Well, you may do, but don't be expecting that, guys. Be prepared to hold this one for a very decent period of time. But anyway, please let me know your thoughts on HCMC, and thanks for watching. If you can smash the like and subscribe to my channel, that is greatly appreciated. Until next time,